Yes, good morning, everybody. Welcome to the morning tea. I'm so excited to be here with you guys again on this Tequila Tuesday. There's so much tea that we have to spill. I am Monty Bolaños, and I'm so excited to be here with my co-host, the one and only.
Hello, everyone. I am Courtney Revolution. Welcome to the morning tea for Tequila Tuesday. Hey, girl, how you doing?
Así me gusta. Oh, I'm so well. How are you? How was your Monday?
It was a good Monday. I'm glad that it's over because it means that there's just 4 more days to Friday, girl. How was your night?
For sure. I mean, obviously, it's Monday nights are very exciting for me because it's bachelor night. And I know you're not a huge fan of that, but I'm still stuck with it. Listen, I know it's ridiculous. It's scripted. I get it, but I love it. Like I can't help it but sit there.
Honestly, Monty, those things don't bother me, right? Like the scripted part, I love reality TV. So like the scripted part, I get 100 million trillion %. To me, the show is just too long. Like the episodes themselves are too long. I think that there's a more concise way to do it. And my biggest critique is the show doesn't. But I get why he's there. I understand in terms of storytelling why he's there. We need a narrator, right? Not everyone can just be like a voice in the void. But girl, an hour and 2 minutes max. 2 whole hours of my life, an hour and a half, 90 minutes. Girl, I'm asleep. So I have to watch it on Tuesday morning or Wednesday morning. Like when the sun go down, I'm asleep.
For sure. When you skip through commercials and it's a little shorter. So I don't necessarily disagree with you with it being a little too long because there are some moments all the time, as we know in reality TV, that can be dull and boring. But an hour I think is too short. So I'm going to meet you halfway and say 90 minutes. And I think that is a good plan. I agree with you. Cheers to that.
Oh, cheers, girl.
Yeah. Have a little bit of my tea for a second.
Oh,
but Courtney, I thought it would be fun since I don't know much about you. If I could just maybe ask you like some super simple yes, no, 1-word answers, kind of quick to see what comes out. To see, because I don't want you to think about it. I just want you to yes, no, give me the answer.
I don't think about much, girl. I'll tell you that.
So, all right, we'll start real simple. What's your favorite color?
Red. That's
red.
A lot
okay,
also, but red. What's that first thing?
That's the first thing. Pineapple on a pizza, yes or no?
No.
Good. We can be friends. Excellent. Favorite drink? Cocktail.
Coca-Cola. Oh, cocktail. Red Bull tequila or tequila sunrise.
Nice. What kind of tequila?
Patron.
Ooh. Okay. All right. I'm a Don Julio kind of gal. Have you had Don Julio Blanco?
I'm pretty sure I had on the show at some point or another. We used to do like different tequilas every like Tuesday, like every other Tuesday. So I'm sure at some point or another I have.
Okay, good. You said you were from New York. So what's your favorite place in New York?
My favorite place to go to New York is the Magic Johnson Theater because I love their chicken fingers.
That's not what I was expecting. I love that. Okay, favorite musical?
My favorite musical is Legally Blonde. Shout out to Laura Bell Bundy.
I love that musical. Stop it. Oh my God, you guys. I can't get over that soundtrack. I literally have like 3 of those songs in my playlist that occasionally come up when I'm running and they get me so pumped. See, thank you. I feel like I know you so much better now. Now I can get you a Legally Blonde Patron gift from New York. I got it. With chicken fingers.
That makes sense. You put it all together, girl. I'm a fan of thoughtful gifts. As a Taurus, if you don't think about my gift, I can always tell, and you will never know that I was judging the gift, but I always am. I'm just that kind of person.
I am too. I'm not going to lie. I like giving gifts. I like putting thought into it. All of that. I'm not super creative, like to make you a gift. Let's say I can like make you a card and like draw little hearts on it that I've been doing since I was in 7th grade. Put a little glitter because I can't have enough glitter in my life. But aside from that, I'm not very creative. I wish I was. Ugh.
That's okay, girl. What you can't create, money can buy. Don't worry about that.
Exactly. I'm so glad you get that. Yes. Oh, good. Excellent. How is everybody doing this Tequila Tuesday? Let us know in the chat. Thank you for being here. We're so excited to spill this tea today. We have so much to talk about. If you're wondering about Alex Schiffman, don't worry, guys. She's great. We let you know yesterday. She will be back. And Gabrielle Bailinson, I was about to say Gabby because I call her Gabby, but I know she goes by Gabrielle Bailinson, will be back this week also to co-host with Courtney. So don't worry, we have your back. But we are spilling a lot of tea today. We're going to start off with Heather Martin's appearance on last night's episode of The Bachelor, which obviously I have a lot of thoughts on. Jojo Siwa shares an adorable post of her girlfriend, so sweet. Jordan Woods, that girl is making more waves as we speak, especially with her most recent video. Then, of course, we got to talk about Cardi B again because she is clapping back at more haters, exactly what we would expect from Cardi B. We're going to talk about Pink, who joins TikTok with a very special performance. And we're also going to continue talking about The Weeknd today because he has had some mega success following the Super Bowl. I mean, I don't think we're too shocked about that. We're also going to do a little BTS talk, who is gushing over Justin Bieber. And Selena Gomez, she reveals more information about her upcoming Spanish language album called Revelación behind the Kar Jenner gates. And don't worry, I'll make sure to drive the car, beep, beep, throw you the keys. We're going to take talking about that one with Northwest's painting and whether or not you think she actually painted it. And then we're going to talk about Victoria Beckham a little bit, who is reaching out to the famous family for career advice. And finally, for our OMT story of the day, we're going to be talking about the new Britney Spears documentary, which I hate to talk about Britney because it really breaks my heart, but it's making waves online. You know, it's getting a lot of new supporters. The hashtag Free Britney movement has gained more support, and it's so great. So stay tuned because you don't want to miss any of this. Right, Courtney?
Yes, ma'am. It literally is Tequila Tuesday, but it feels like Thick Thursday, girl. I feel like the docket is about 4 miles long. We might have to sprint to get to the finish line.
A little bit, I agree. I know. So I'm going to let me know when you want to do our tequila shot. You let me know when it feels right. I'm ready whenever. I got my Don Julio. I unfortunately don't have oranges. I know. What? Me? So I'm chasing it with a little bit of an orange juice. You need to try an orange slice, Courtney. Have you ever tried? It is life-changing.
When I take my tequila shot, girl, I take my sip of my holy tea right here, and that's about it. I feel like it would look a little awkward if I just pulled a Red Bull from my unseen area over here, and I'm like, well, this is my normal chaser, y'all. So yeah, I just try to act like it's not burning on the way down. I just sip some tea to make it burn quickly on the way down, and girl, that's that on that.
My mom would be proud of you because my mom literally told me very early on when I started drinking tequila, she's like, you need to learn to not make a face when you drink tequila. And I was like, okay, mommy. So she would be super proud of you knowing that you take it and you don't react to it. She would be proud.
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Let's get started. Bachelor Monday nights. Bachelor Nation definitely got a blast from the past last night, shocking everyone during one of the cocktail parties. Heather Martin walked into the room to surprise Matt James. Heather was originally on Colton Underwood's season, but couldn't pass up the opportunity to meet Matt before he got engaged to someone else. Heather spoke to Chris Harrison about why she came on the show, saying that friend and former competitor Hannah Brown helped to arrange everything. So this is exactly what Heather said, not Hannah, Heather. Quote, Hannah came to my house and just spent time with Matt in quarantine. And when she landed, she said to me, this guy is the perfect match for you. Hannah is one of my very best girlfriends. She loves Matt so much. Her telling me that meant something. Heather was definitely late to the party in terms of the season. And due to the pandemic, she had to quarantine before being let into the Nemacolin? You think that's how it said? Yeah, Nemacolin Resort. And then once again, after arriving in a separate room for the rest of the contestants. Once she was cleared, she made her grand reveal, which wasn't so grand if you ask me. We have to wait and see what happens. You know, they love to leave us with the cliffhanger, this show. But the other women did not look pleased at all. I mean, of course not. What did you think? Did you watch? Did you hear about this, Courtney? What did you think about it?
I did not watch and I did not hear about it until before the show today. But Hannah Brown is crafty, isn't she? I'm not too sure I like the idea of women joining this late in the game. I feel like y'all brought on a gaggle of girls right after I stopped watching that first episode. I heard that they brought on a gaggle of girls. So my question to you, Monty, as someone that watches the show, do you think that the first set of new ladies, were they not bringing anything to the story? Do you feel like any of them could be the winner? And if not, do you think that that is why Heather is on the show now?
So I think this is a bigger picture. I think they're starting to realize that people at this age, like 30-year-olds, do not want to get married. I think that's what they are realizing. So the stories now are becoming a little more dull and they have to throw in these curveballs. In fact, yesterday they promoted a new show coming for seniors looking for love. So this just goes to
Oh, we
show
talked
that
about that.
yeah, they go.
Yeah,
This goes to
yeah.
show that they are seeing this. They are seeing that younger people do not want to get married, and this isn't as successful as it was at one point. Given you can talk about social media being one of the challenges as well. Obviously, the girls that brought in about 2-3 weeks ago, the 5 extra girls, there's actually one still there that he really likes. It liked her from the get-go. The next day, she got a one-on-one. So she kind of had a target on her back, and she just got a rose last night on a group date. So one of the new girls definitely has his heart, but so does a bunch of other girls. He seems to be liking a lot of girls and likes to make out with people. And I'm not judging. I'd probably do the same thing. Like if I was the Bachelorette, I would make out with all of them. How am I supposed to know if you're a good kisser if I don't make out with you? If you're not a good kisser, I don't want to date you. That's super important.
Yeah, that is important. We gotta
Yeah.
say shout out to Amanda this morning. That's giving us the thumbs up, and y'all know when Amanda rolls on in that it is time for y'all to like the video, comment if you're an after sipper or if you're in the chat, of course, and share so that we can get your friends in here and we can make the T Tribe stronger. Y'all know what time it is. Give the video a thumbs up. But Tamara is saying they brought her in because they have to keep up the drama since they got rid of Victoria. Do you agree with Victoria and all her escort spreading, right? Victoria was the one telling people that the girl was an
No,
escort or
she
something
was
like
not, but she was part of the drama. She wasn't the one spreading the escort rumor, but she was definitely involved in
that?
that. I wanted Victoria gone the day of. She got out of the limo and I was like, girl, get back in the limo. Just get back in. So I did not like her drama. I didn't think she was funny. There's some villains that they tried to create, as we know. They really try to create them. Editing has a big deal with it. I just didn't find her funny. I want a villain who's gonna make me laugh. And this girl, I just was like, I really just want to put dry shampoo in your hair. I don't know if that was your choice or if you haven't been able to shower, but that's every time I saw Victoria, I was like, dry shampoo, girl. Dry shampoo. So I was very glad that she was out the door. But I agree that they brought in Heather for a little bit more drama because I think Matt is very simple. He seems like a sweet guy who's never been a part of this franchise. So I think he is very just normal, too normal almost for this type of show. I don't know if he knew what he was getting himself into because there is previews that he's like crying and he's like, I can't do this anymore. So we'll see what happens.
Girl. Okay.
Oh,
I said,
goodness.
call me when the tears have dried and Victoria is brought back 2 episodes before the finale. That's when I'll tune back in. I do agree that Victoria is not a good villain from what I saw because she appeared to be very one-dimensional. Y'all have heard me say, like, if you're going to be a villain, you've got to have, like, you know, a dead cat in the grave, like a cousin that has like an issue, or like maybe I don't know, your grandma got hit by a car. Like you have to have something redeeming about you. Like for you, Monty, you wanted to see the comedy, right? I'm looking for the sob story in the villain so that we can feel bad for her in order to root for her to win. But maybe production didn't realize exactly how one-dimensional she was, and they banked on her being a thief to keep her around, which didn't work.
Listen, you're speaking facts. I totally agree with you. And I think my problem with Victoria is I honestly thought it was an act and it was a one-dimensional act. Every time she was in the confessional, all she was doing was talking smack about the girls. but saying the same thing. I'm the queen. I'm better than everyone. And I was like, this can't be real. Like this has to be an act that she is doing. They probably pulled her aside and were like, listen, you're not going to go far, but we can make you the villain. And she just, maybe she's not a villain deep inside. And she was so one-dimensional. I didn't believe her. That was my problem. Thank you, Courtney. Putting it into perspective, y'all. If you guys have any other thoughts on The Bachelor, drop them. We will definitely be checking them, so drop them, guys. Let's move on to JoJo Siwa, who introduced us her girlfriend. After all that's been happening, so exciting. She finally revealed her girlfriend to the world. In an anniversary post on her social media yesterday, JoJo showered her newly revealed girlfriend named Kylie with love. She shared photos of the two going to Disneyland, visiting tourist attractions, and generally being goofy together in the only way a new couple would act. So this is actually what JoJo said in her post, quote, "She seriously is the most loving, supportive, happiest, protective, and just the most beautiful person in the world. And I get to call her mine. Happy 1 month to my girl. I love you more and more every day." So sweet. All of this follows a very active past couple of weeks with JoJo coming out to the world and trying to navigate the aftermath. It was a super cute post, 1 month anniversary for what hopefully can be a very happy and long-term relationship. What did you think about the post, Courtney?
I thought it was very cute. It's difficult to come out at any age, at any stage. So just the fact that she did it and she's like a hyper celebrity, whether you feel that way or not, I thought it was great. And I think that without realizing it, JoJo Siwa saved a lot of lives. I think that young people, not just girls, although they are very important, right? I think it's important for them to see someone like a JoJo Siwa, to not just see someone come out, because we have a million of those stories. This story is important because she came out with such a platform, with such a brand, and she's supposed to be the girl that every parent is supposed to feel comfortable bringing their child to her show. And hopefully with her coming out and having a girlfriend and showing that hi, LGBTQ plus people are literally like everybody else, that people can finally realize that it's really not as big of a deal as others have made it out to be, you know? But I am proud of her.
Right. So proud of her. This can't be difficult. I have no idea what it's like to be a child in that position. I don't know what it's like. And it must be so scary. She is so brave, and she's handling this not like a child. Like, that post is so deep. To, at 17 years old, say, like, you are such a beautiful person and all of these beautiful things. It's like she has a different understanding than a typical 16, 17-year-old, probably because of her life. You know, she's had to grow up a little faster than most of us have. But I totally agree. The way that she has been able to use this platform has probably saved so many lives. And it wouldn't surprise me at all if she's saving relationships between parents, adults. Like, it's not just kids. She is putting a positive effect and making it okay. Like you said, like, we're all brainwashed to think that this is just so bad and it's so wrong. And in reality, it's like, it's really not that big of a deal. It shouldn't even be something that we need to talk about. But we have to, because of the way we've been brainwashed. So I'm so happy for her. I'm happy for all of her followers, everybody. Like, she's doing good. She's doing real good. Let us know in the chat, guys, what you think of JoJo's post. I think they're telling you, Courtney, that you got to sing that song. I think they're telling us that Mika is in the house.
I see her. All right, count me down, Monsi.
All right, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Miss Mika, nice to meet ya. Miss Mika, she on fleeka. Miss Mika, she loves the tia, and we see ya. Miss Mika, go Mika, go Mika, go Mika. Happy Tequila Tuesday to our girl Mika all the way out there in Nebraska. Hope you're staying safe, girl. Bam.
Yes, yes. Thanks, Courtney. And I counted you in right. Yes, five, six,
Yes,
seven,
ma'am.
eight. Yesterday, I thought it was a countdown. I get it. You guys, I
I
gotta
use the
say,
words count me down. So it's actually my fault. 100 million trillion %. Very unclear. So don't apologize at all. You were fine.
perfect. Let's keep going, guys. Somebody else who continues to make waves is definitely Jordan Woods. Oh, Jordan Woods. I like her, man. And the more I see her, the more I hear about her, I like her. Jordan Woods is continuing to cement herself as quite the social media starlet. After causing a public meltdown related to her Bust It challenge video, which was ridiculous, I did a story on it, Jordan is back and laying out some thirst traps for the fans out there. Jordan recently decided to try on the Amazon leggings that have been going viral on TikTok for the past few months, and the results were more than she expected. Take a quick look.
Hey, okay.
I mean, I mean,
Okay. Cuts back to us and we're like,
I would, but that exact reaction, okay, that's a reaction that's very real. When you try out, like, I got these new earrings for my birthday, like 2 weeks ago from a dear friend, put them on for the first time today, and I was like, okay, okay. You just don't know until you actually put something on how it's gonna look. So that was a totally relatable thing. Obviously, Jordan looks stunning in the famous leggings, and many fans couldn't help themselves upon seeing them. Many, posted thirsty reactions, gifs, videos. They were posted on the Twitter video at this point, garnering over 1 million views in only half a day since Jordan posted the clip to her Twitter account. Clearly, people are loving it. What did you think of the leggings? And would you be interested in trying them on to see if they hug your curves like that?
no. I already know that I'm a curvy girl and I don't need no Amazon pants to tell me the truck is dumping. Thank you. Shout out to Jordan Woods though. We've been talking about her a lot lately with her cheeks and squatting and busting it and everything else. So I mean, good for her. And hopefully y'all feel influenced to go and buy those leggings so that they can hug your curves. I do think it's important to say that if you don't have a Jordan Woods body, you're not going to look like Jordan Woods. So please manage your expectations on that. For me, it is about as long as you feel confident when you stick your two legs in them leggings and you have that same reaction when you turn around the mirror, you don't have to have Jordan Woods' body to still feel sexy, beautiful, confident, what have you. Because let's not forget, Monty, back in the 90s, it was very taboo to have the dump truck. It was very taboo to wear your thong out. So, I mean, don't feel bad if you ain't got no cake back there. If you got two muffins, they still cute and very tasty. So go off. That's that on that. You buying them?
Courtney, that was so beautifully said, Courtney. I love that. You are so right. Put those leggings on and you feel confident about yourself. Don't expect to look like Jordan because that's going to be hard for many of us to look like that. But I totally agree. Use them for your self-confidence. Buy them. I actually looked them up, not going to lie. Very affordable. I may have to try them on. I love leggings. I literally am a leggings kind of gal, especially during the pandemic. In the last year, I think I've worn jeans 3 times. Like, it is leggings all day. So I
Mm.
will let you know, Courtney, if I end up buying them, and I will let you know if I have the same reaction as Jordan. But what I want you all to take away is what Courtney said. Be happy in your own body. You don't need to look like anyone else. Just buy them for
Mm-hmm.
yourself. I love that, Courtney.
Yeah.
Courtney, love it. Stop it. It's too early to cry. It's too early to get emotional about self-empowerment. Stop it. Stop it. All right, everybody. Let us know definitely if you already have the tights or if you also plan on getting them. I'm telling you guys, very affordable. Let us know in the chat for sure. But let's move on to Miss Cardi B. Cardi B is clapping back again. I mean, it's the only thing I expect from her. She is back to defending herself after some fans are criticizing her for only making music for TikTok challenges. While there are many ways to determine a song's success, the way the song performs on TikTok is becoming more of a a thing. How do we judge a song? So Cardi and Megan Thee Stallion's song WAP was just one success story, becoming a phenomenon shortly after having a TikTok dance challenge that went viral on social media. With this last week's release of Cardi's new single Up, many fans are jumping onto TikTok to try and make that make the lightning strike twice. However, this is also causing other people to say that Cardi is only making music to go viral on TikTok. Cardi did not like that. So this is actually what she posted on her Twitter. This is what she said, quote, "Don't try to play me like I just started this shit because of TikTok. My last 4 videos, I gave choreography and at award shows as well. Please me, press WAP. Please me, press WAP. And Up was my last videos. Eat it up." Cardi B. What do you think of this, Courtney? Like, do you think people are right in coming after Cardi for this? Or is it, smart that maybe artists are trying to get their songs to go viral on TikTok? Should that even be a thing for artists to think about?
Firstly, I wish Cardi would stop talking to us every time people are critical because I mean,
It's
girl,
not going to
who
stop.
cares? Yeah, it's not gonna stop, so who cares? Here's the thing. I think that there's a negative connotation that comes with making TikTok music. I think that Cardi takes it as an insult to her lyricism because we all talk about how she doesn't write and she wrote this song and all of a sudden she wrote this song and people are like, oh my God, you're making TikTok music. But at the end of the day, Monsi, she's dancing in the video. So what did y'all want her to do? Dot, 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 question mark. Like, what did you want to happen? What did you think was going to happen? Did y'all say that about Doja Cat? Wouldn't say so. Um, I won't mention others because I do feel like they are specifically making music for TikTok, and I'm sure y'all can figure out who that is. But in this particular case, I don't think that Cardi made this particular song to do well on TikTok. I'm sure that, people are just inspired by seeing the dancing and they said, well, here's a hit, and we know everyone's gonna click on Cardi on the sounds, so why not? And if she
Yeah.
was making music for TikTok, and you don't like it, then that means it's just not for your demographic.
Right. For sure, 100%. That I just find that so interesting how TikTok is really coming in hot as more than just a social media platform that started with videos. Like they really are trying to become this bigger platform than anything I was expecting. That's for sure. And I don't think it's fair to expect artists to do any type of song specifically to generate a TikTok challenge. That's not fair. These people consider themselves artists, they're writers, they're creators, and I'm sure that minimizes their talent if that's what people are saying about them. So I understand why Cardi wouldn't like that. I get it. It's, they're talking smack about your creativity, that you don't have it and it's only this big to get to TikTok, not on a larger stage or platform. So I get it. But I also agree, Cardi, maybe you should stop clapping back because you're going to clap back all day, every day, and it's just never going to end. So, ignore the haters,
Honestly, I
girl.
feel like why give attention to it, because the way I look at it is you never realize what kind of attention you're bringing to a person by just responding. You get what I'm saying? You never
Or,
know. You just never know. You just never know. You never know where that person gonna wind up. You just never TF know. Hear that. So hopefully she learned that when she responds to things on the internet, it comes across very hit dog will holler. So I mean, if the song's doing great on TikTok, just let it be successful. People are always gonna say stuff.
100%. And the thing is, like, I think I appreciate a man who wants to clap back at haters. You know what I mean? I appreciate it, but there's a way to do it. And one perfect example, and I'm not saying I love her, I actually don't follow her a lot, but I read more into her when I hear these stories. Chrissy Teigen. Whenever she does a clapback, there is like real thought and like reasoning behind her clapbacks, like with proof of like, here, like check this out. And so I think that's the difference, is that sometimes Cardi just wants to like yell and just wants to be mad at her haters, which I get it. We're human, but handle it a little differently. It'll be more effective if you do it less. Maybe.
I agree.
Learn.
Or you should just and be rich. and be a fabulous, glamorous mother. Like, you know what I'm saying? I just can't. I know it right now. It's impossible for me to put myself in the minds of a multimillionaire, but I just can't see myself giving a about what anyone had to say if I had millions, because I have a mansion and my man and my money. So who cares? Like, you know what I mean? Like, I really don't think that there's, and like, what are y'all like? Okay, I'm still rich. I just really feel like that would always be my thought process. Stop it before I buy your house type energy. I've said it before about J.K. Rowling. Yeah, I'll buy your house. Now you go ahead and you live on the street because you wanted to click clack on your keyboards or on your phone. Um, I just don't see the point. Waste of energy. You know, maybe she's talking just because we're not talking about the song in the way that we were talking about WAP. You know what I mean? It went from like, oh my God, Kylie's in WAP. Oh my God, Lizzo was going to be in WAP. Oh my God, everyone's mad she's singing about her vagina. Like, there's not conversation around it. And so the smallest bit of pushback, here's a story because Cardi responded, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, but I agree with you. You would think it would be that simple. That it's like, dude, you're successful. Like, who cares about this? You have so much other things. You're sad. Go cry and wipe off your tears with a Gucci scarf that I'm sure you already have. Anyway, let us know, guys, what you think of Cardi's clapbacks. If you agree or disagree with Courtney and I, just let us know. If you agree with us, though, give us a thumbs up. Share this video. Let your friends chime in, too. But we're going to keep moving on. Speaking about TikTok, there is a new member. We are talking about Pink. Pink has finally started her own TikTok channel. Joining the platform yesterday, Pink decided to kick off her TikTok career by showcasing the talents of her 9-year-old daughter, Willow. Willow did her mom proud with her rendition of Cover Me in Sunshine. Take a look.
Cover me in sunshine, shower me with good times. Tell me that the world's been spinning since the beginning, and everything'll be alright.
Listen, that's pretty good.
Like, Willow
That's
looks
pretty
just like
good.
Pink in the face.
She does. She
Long
does.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But that, like, listen, nothing helping her sing. She kept it real simple. You could hear that she knows how to keep a tune. Good job. Way to go, Pink. Pink is teaching her kids early how to do that. It was so sweet, so cute. Pink has shown off her daughter's talents before, bringing her onto like the Disney holiday sing-along last year to duet on the Christmas song. So obviously there are some big shoes to fill, but Willow seems to have the chops and, I mean, the genes, right, to do that. Obviously, what did you think of the video? Do you think Willow will be following in her mom's footsteps? Because I think I'm a little surprised that Pink would want that for Willow.
I think right now, Willow's just having fun on TikTok with her mom. I think that if Willow were to pursue anything professionally, it wouldn't be until she were much, much, much older. Because Pink has been through it all. She's seen the snakes in the grass, and she would be able to lead her daughter in the right direction. But I agree. I was kind of surprised that Pink put Willow out there like that and expect her to do something like that. But I feel like, there's nothing wrong with something fun. You know what I mean? Same thing with the Kar Jenners. Mason was up there spilling all the tea. He was just having some fun. Rich kid fun in a completely different way, but still, fun in a little mess. And Willow wanted fun in a little tune. So, hey, go off. Hopefully we won't see
Yeah,
Willow swinging from those curtains no time soon. Be careful, Willow. Watch out.
I totally agree with you. I mean, I think I am surprised just knowing who Pink is and her character, how she's been throughout the last couple of years, that she would put Willow in that position. But you kind of hit it right on the head. She's controlling it. It's a fun thing. Maybe this doesn't become anything else besides these little cameos with her mom. So who knows what it's going to be. But I agree. Like, it can be done. She's controlling it. She knows what she's getting into. So I'm all for it. Hopefully Willow isn't being pushed into anything. And I don't think that's what Pink would do. But, hopefully that's what it is. Something just between them to have a good time and enjoy themselves, right?
Mm-hmm. Good mothering skills, Pink.
Good mothering skills for show. Moving on to somebody who has no kids at all, The Weeknd. The Weeknd is definitely cashing in on his Super Bowl performance. The NFL may have not paid him, but it looks like The Weeknd is coming out of the Super Bowl performance on a high note. Reports are starting to come in from the response to this past Sunday's halftime show, and The Weeknd's numbers are skyrocketing. According to MRC data, music sales for the Toronto singer's catalog have increased 385% in the US alone. Most of the sales came from the songs he performed at the Super Bowl, no surprise there, with Blinding Lights leading the pack. The song sales were up 423% compared to the day before. The Weeknd's newest album, The Highlights, was also extremely successful, becoming the top album sold and increasing by 120% despite being a greatest hits compilation. The Highlights is set to premiere on the Billboard 200 in just a few weeks. The information coming from streaming services is still delayed, but if they follow the music sales that The Weeknd has been able to pull from his halftime show, he should be very pleased with himself. Are you shocked by this increase in sales overnight, essentially?
No. I feel like if you didn't know about The Weeknd or know of him at all before the Super Bowl and you watch the Super Bowl, you open yourself up to like a whole new demographic, a whole new audience. So people want to find out what all the hubbub is about. Good job for him. Guess he didn't need so much a payday. He didn't need so much of a payday, right? If he's going to be making that money back from the streams. And we had spoken about how rich he was on the morning tea, I believe, last week. So he's fine. Good job for him. Still ain't getting my concert
So
money.
fine.
He don't need it.
You don't need it. Just make it like $20 and then we'll be there for sure. Yeah, I'm not surprised at all. And I already like The Weeknd, and he's a good artist. I like his kind of like darkness that he brings into his songs. So I'm not surprised that maybe he gained a lot of new fans over this performance, or people who were on the fence were like, oh yeah, I do like that song. And sometimes you hear a song from like way back when and you're like, oh my goodness, I need to add that to my playlist. I haven't heard that in so long. So I always love when artists bring back some of their greatest hits. I think it's like a very smart move because people forget about it. Your playlist, your active playlist can only stay, for so long. And then you start switching songs and you put in throwbacks. So I'm not surprised. Good job, The Weeknd. Keep making that paper, boo-boo. Why not? Guys, let us know if you're shocked about those numbers that are really high. I'm not going to lie. Those numbers are really high for The Weeknd. But let us know if you're shocked in the chat. And as we move on, I'm sure we're going to have a lot of fans. We're going to talk about BTS. BTS, who is relating to Justin Bieber. No surprise there. BTS really loves the Bieber. Speaking to Zane Lowe for Apple Music, the K-pop stars spoke about their biggest hits and how they have dealt with the madness that comes with worldwide fame. During the interview, J-Hope spoke about how Justin Bieber's recent single, Lonely, spoke to him. This is actually what J-Hope said, quote, honestly, at this moment, I feel like I am living a life to fulfill a calling. Also, my personal motto in life is to be thankful at all times, despite whatever happens, and to enjoy the moment. Therefore, I try to live an accepting life. Recently, I have been listening to Justin Bieber's Lonely and have had many thoughts on how people think similarly. Therefore, I think things we need to hear things that we need to bear and carry through our lives should be recognized by ourselves. This seems to be very important for all of us. J-Hope. There's a lot of connections between BTS and Justin, not least of which is the mega fame both parties have gained in such a short amount of time. And the love isn't only coming from BTS. No, at the end of last year, Justin himself spoke to E! News about why BTS and their hit single Dynamite was blowing up the way it was. And actually, Justin said, quote, if anyone knows how to make history, it's BTS. The K-pop group has been shattering records across the global music industry. BTS group members and Justin keep name-dropping each other. How long do you think until fans have to wait until we get a collab out of them?
Honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if BTS and Justin collabed before the end of the year is out. We know that like our American artists collabing with K-pop stars generally do really well. We have obviously Selena Gomez, Blackpink. Nicki worked with BTS in the past before. I think Dua Lipa worked with Blackpink, maybe, I'm pretty sure. So, I mean, they should work together. Hopefully, it'll do something for Justin because what he's putting out is garbage juice. So, all we can do is pray. Pray that the boys, and by the boys, I mean BTS, can revitalize Justin and encourage him into making better music. Um, Maybe if it's something upbeat and not about being a husband, it will motivate Justin to give us something that's not about Haley. And that's a good thing for the fans.
I mean, I will kind of disagree. I really like anyone. Out of the three singles he's dropped, I really like anyone. I like the words. I enjoy it. It's not something I'm going to work out to, but I really like the song. I agree, though, not my favorite at all. I want something different. All three songs have been very kind of similar in style, so I'm with you there, and I would love a collab, and hopefully it brings out a different side of him. You know, something, Purpose was my favorite album, and I would love to get a little Purpose in there. And hopefully it happens sooner rather than later, even though this pandemic, I think, you know, is hindering some things, although not hindering things for everyone. Guys, let us know if you would want that collab and what you think, you know, they can. Do you think, hold on, before we move on, who needs the other more? Do you think BTS needs Justin more, or do you think Justin needs BTS more?
Justin's been putting out garbage. I know you enjoyed anyone, but like compared to what was, Justin's been putting out garbage. So BTS is on fire and will be probably for the next 5 years consistently. And what Justin needs is consistency, and he has not had that for years. So Justin needs this. I'm sure Scooter is kicking his heels up to the ceiling that they even mentioned him. So get to work.
So get to work. I'm going to point out what Christina Cruz said in the chat, and I think she hit it on the money, saying Justin is playing it so safe lately. And it really does feel that way, that he just doesn't want to stir anything too much, just kind of going through the motions. And maybe that's the plan before he drops something back to what we would want Justin to drop. So I agree with you, girl. You're right. He's playing it safe. Moving on, of course, after Justin Bieber, we got to talk about Selena Gomez. Selena Gomez spills on a new album. So excited about this album. Selena got the Vivo treatment in their most recent episode of Footnotes. This most recent episode dove into the behind-the-scenes moments for Selena's De Una Vez and ended up spilling some serious tea about her upcoming Spanish-language album, Revelación. During the video, Selena wrote, quote, De Una Vez was one of the first songs I worked on pretty early. We good? Okay. I worked on pretty early on. At the time, doing a Spanish project was just an idea being bounced around. Then the rest of the project just kind of happened really quickly and organically. Selena makes it sound as if the pandemic was really one of the driving factors in getting the album made. She had spoke about this before, wanting to do a full Spanish album, but being forced to stay inside finally gave Selena the excuse to actually get it done. And she went on to say, quote, as for the process, we actually recorded almost the entire EP on Zoom due to COVID. I'm sorry, ¿qué? Pero for real? The entire album? What kind of internet service does Selena have? Because I don't think I would get that kind of quality, you know, that we need to record a whole album out of Zoom. Well, she just released her 2 singles. Right?
I'll tell you that. Ain't her.
You're right. But her album, Revelación, is set to be released March 12th, so just a little over a month. What did you think of Selena's comments about this? Shocked? Not shocked? I mean, Zoom.
I'm not shocked at all. I mean, this is the girl that's filming a TV show in her house during the pandemic. So I'm not shocked at all. We know that she has a music studio, recording studio in her home. And I personally have been screaming get to work since Rare. So, hey, she was working, just not on a pop album. So I'm excited for her. This is something that's been like a decade in the making. So I mean, give the fans what they want. I think that this is something that Selena has needed for her music career because I feel like, I don't know, people downplay Selena Gomez overall, but when it comes to Selena Gomez being Hispanic, her vocal ability, like those are like the things that I feel like people pick on. So why not? Feed the people, show improve. And I feel like she's going to do that. This might be one of her better bodies of work. That's my prediction. Might not understand a word of it, girl, but I feel like these hips will not be lying, but they will be rocking.
But they will be rocking. I agree. I'm really excited to hear the rest of it. I enjoyed De Una Vez, but Baila Conmigo is so good to me. De Una Vez was like a nice written song about, a former love, and the words were great, but it wasn't for me. You know what I mean? But then Baila Conmigo came out, and I was like, oh, okay, Selena. I see it. I see you want to play with the big Latin dogs, and I'm all about it. It was really good. I agree. I'm just really shocked. Zoom is probably like, thank you, pandemic. Thank you for coming and making Zoom what it is today. Because that is just insane how people rely on Zoom now for work. It was something that people use. Now it's like something people need on an everyday basis. That's
I'm
really
sure the
crazy.
stocks for Zoom Monty probably went. I've never heard of Zoom before last March at all. It was either Skype or nothing. So I'm sure, girl, whatever them share prices were, they went up because it, like you said, it became a necessity. Almost kind of like Netflix. I imagine their stocks went up as well because who wasn't staying home last year? You know what I mean? Well,
Right?
I can think of a handful.
Who wasn't watching Love is Blind in March? For real.
I was watching Love is Blind last week. I already saw it. I said I want to watch it again.
I want to watch it again. What was the name of that blonde? The crazy one? I already forgot her name.
Jessica that had the dogs drinking out of the wine glass.
Jessica. I blame her for the pandemic. It really was her energy. I can't. All right, everybody, let us know what you think of this whole Zoom thing and how important it is lately. And Selena's album, again, it'll be out March 12th. We're all so excited, but I think it's time, right? It's time.
Yeah, girl, we're about to blow the Courtney and Tea Time, girl. You know what time it is.
I'm about to ram it.
Kick the date in.
Come, let's do it. Let's do it. Take it. Beep, beep.
Alrighty, you guys, if you're all set for all of the tea from behind the Car Jenner gates, be sure to turn your volumes down for Car Jenner Tea Time! Hello to everyone in my studio, which is no one, just myself. Alright, I'm gonna pour a shot.
I already got my pour. I'm ready. Listen, you should do the boxing announcement. Let's get ready to rumble. You should do that. Is that guy still doing it? The one guy that's done it for years? Take over, Courtney.
I would be like, watch your face, girls. And everyone would be like mad and like start a riot and I would still get paid. Fantastic.
And then we'll just
shots. You got your shot
back. It'll be great. Vamos.
Everyone pick your shot up, whether it's coffee, water, or whatever. Shout out to the office. Shout out to Tequila Tuesday.
Link. Oh, this orange juice is magical.
Come on, Citrus.
Oh, so good. Now I want like a full glass. All right, guys. We are here. Car Jenner Tea Time. Let's start off with Kim. Kim Kardashian showed off her daughter North's artwork and is a bit more than just something to hang on the fridge. Better for real. Posting to her Instagram story yesterday, Kim revealed a very impressive landscape that North had painted. The picture shows a mountain scene with a lake and 2 trees and a blooming valley complete with white and purple flowers. We don't know if North has been watching a lot of Bob Ross videos or what, but this painting is actually super impressive for a 7-year-old. Kim has obviously gushed over her daughter before in an interview with Ellen just a couple of years ago. She likened North to Kanye's twin. Could North have gotten that artistic inclination from her father as well? Not everyone is on board with Kim's praise, however. Some detractors are questioning whether or not North even painted the picture herself. One fan even went so far as to tweet, quote, I refuse to believe the Kardashians would not be exploiting their daughter's baby genius art skills at some point before this random Insta story. That Kim is in touch with reality enough to troll people like this. What did you think, Courtney, of the painting? Do you think North did it? Do you think there's an agenda behind it, as it's always is with the Kardashians?
First, let's ask the T Tribe. T Tribe, all you need to do is respond yes or no. Did North paint the picture? Yes or no, tell us in the chat. And if you're after sipping, you can tell us in a paragraph as you tell us what you love about the show, whether North painted the picture or not. Thanks. But Kanye West is an artist and he draws and paints. So why wouldn't North be able to do this? I know she's very young. It is possible. I won't count it out 100%, but it does make us raise an eyebrow. Also, Kim definitely is in touch with reality enough to troll us and get the people talking. As you can see, we are here, we are talking. Good job, Kim. There's been conversation around how North signed her name on the picture. I don't really think that that's really important. I think it's a beautiful picture. And if North is smart enough to follow a Bob Ross tutorial, go off, girl. Might get me an afro too. So good job.
I mean, I totally agree with you. I'm not saying she is not capable of it. I have very young cousins and second cousins that are very artistic. I did not get anything artistic from my family, but there are artists in my family, like painters and drawers. And I have little cousins and second cousins, 7, 8 years old, who can literally draw your face, Courtney. They'll just be like, stay there. And they will draw you in such an impressive way for like a 7-year-old. So it is definitely possible, 100%. Unfortunately, North is part of the Kar-Jenner family, which has done so many things for us to question why they do and post and say certain things. It's just the way the cookie crumbles. We're not, saying this little girl is not talented. She might as well be. She is Kanye's daughter, very artistic, and she probably has that gene. Somebody mentioned in the chat she probably takes lessons. That's another thing. They have money to take lessons. So I totally believe it. It does not surprise me. But we all, like you said, we raise an eyebrow. That's kind of what it is. We look at each other side to side.
I just wanted to say, we were wondering at one point what Kim as a mother was doing with the kids during the pandemic, and she was so stressed. Who's to say, Monsi, that North wasn't sitting? Who's to say North wasn't sitting with the computer just like we're sitting and talking to each other, and her art instructor was on the other side? That's something that could keep potentially the kids quiet, sitting down. Everyone has their own instructor for whatever they're passionate about. They have the money and the means to do so. So it makes sense. You just have to think situationally. You have to think, if you had that much money, what could you do? You know what I mean? It's possible.
Right. For sure. 100%. I agree. Maybe we'll see more of these photos. Maybe we really see an artist grow before our eyes. Only time will tell. A lot of you guys chimed in. Most of you think it is her. A couple of you don't think it is. I think time will tell. If we never hear about this ever again, I think we know what the answer was. If we continue to sporadically see this, we'll know that this is real and she's just a talented little girl. Now, the Kardashians definitely make moves, and people from the other side of the world want to talk to them. I'm talking about Victoria Beckham, who is struggling with her fashion line, and she is turning to reality TV's First Family for some advice. A source recently revealed that while Victoria loves her work in fashion and has been very proud of the work that they have done since opening in 2008, the issues related to the brand have made her start to think of more lucrative ventures to explore. The source said, quote, she's thinking about changing her focus to something that is more gain for less pain, which is going back on everything she's previously said. It will be quite an embarrassment if she does have to admit defeat and turn her back on it. But she knows that there's much easier ways for her to be a success. The source goes on to say that Victoria admires the Kardashians and their ability to land successful business ventures, from their product lines to their reality TV deals. I mean, yeah, how are you not impressed by them? Victoria apparently is looking to restart her own reality TV aspirations, and thinks that if she can get some advice from the Kardashians, this time around everything might work out. So the source continued with the quote and said, it upsets Victoria that the family's reality show didn't work out, and she still has huge ambition to get involved in TV and multimedia projects. But it has to feel right, and the Kardashians seem like the perfect fit with their enormous social media reach and proven track record for being winners in virtually everything they touch. She's ready to sit down with them and make something happen. Do you think that a collaboration between the Beckhams and the Kardashians can lead to success? Would the Kardashians allow somebody to jump on their success?
Honestly, Monsi, firstly, let me say this. Good late afternoon to the people over in England. Hope you are enjoying your cuppa while we talk mess. I don't want to see. Before I even get into it, I love Victoria Beckham and I love the Spice Girls. I don't want to see Victoria Beckham do anything with her family unless it is an B or C plot point in a Spice Girls reunion world tour reality special. I don't want it. I'm trying to think of what Victoria Beckham could offer us to fill the void of the Kardashians. Let's just say, okay, Kardashians are moving to Hulu. I'm realizing there are 3 minutes left. Kardashians are moving to Hulu. There's an open spot on E, whatever. Y'all want to see the Beckhams? David Beckham in the H&M underwear, Victoria in more black dresses, and the kid or children, whatever. Shout out to Brooklyn. I know that's one of them. I'm not interested. Maybe for some it'll be great. Maybe over in England it'll be great. Maybe they're interested in that. I'm not interested in Victoria Beckham being on TV over here unless it's her, Scary Baby, and the rest of the girls going on tour, and finally her being open to it. You know what I mean? Because she's the reason why we never get the full. So what has changed? What are you doing? It's hard. She argues. They fight a lot, meeting her and the girls, but eventually they make it onto the stage, and I'm in the audience. You know, other than that, keep it. Y'all want that?
You know what? I don't think they're an interesting family enough. There's not enough drama. They actually seem pretty normal and like a happy family. I do want to see David Beckham in boxers and briefs and underwear. That I'm not going to lie. I will watch that all day, every day. But you're right. Reality TV for the family. No, it's not the same unless it's related to Spice Girls, like you just said. You got it, Courtney. I mean, we're going to move on because you got it. You said it right. I don't have anything else to add. So, guys, we are at our OMT, and I know we're pushing the limits, but we're still going to get through it. We are going to talk about Britney's documentary, which has made a huge impact. The Free Britney movement just got a much-needed shot of adrenaline. Over the weekend, the New York Times series Framing Britney Spears premiered and has shocked fans across the world, detailing Britney's rise to fame, her relationships, interactions with the media, and her court-ordered I hate that word. I don't know. You say it, Courtney, for me. Say it.
Conservatorship?
The concert.
Is that what
I hate that
conservatorship?
word. Thank you. That's the one. I hate that. I hate it. The documentary has given a step-by-step account of the life that has led Britney to where she is today. Many fans, having either fallen out of interest with the singer or just ignorant to Britney's situation, were shocked to discover all the things that have been happening to her through this whole process. While Britney is still in court to regain control of her $60 million estate, the newly inducted members of the Free Britney movement are blowing up Twitter to fight for their fave's rights. You know, it is the princess of pop. Many celebrities have started to speak out about the situation, including Hayley Williams from Paramore. Hayley tweeted this, quote, "The Framing Britney Spears doc, holy fuck. No artist today would have to endure the literal torture that the media, society, utter misogynists inflicted upon her. The mental health awareness conversation culturally could never be where it is without the awful price she has paid." Other celebrities to add hashtag Free Britney to their Twitter feeds include Sarah Jessica Parker, Bette Midler, Tamron Hall, and Andy Cohen. Miley Cyrus, during her performance for the TikTok tailgate ahead of the Super Bowl on Sunday, even made sure to throw a "We Love Britney" into her song Party in the USA. The documentary is already receiving critical acclaim as a piece of journalism, but it is unclear as to how the doc will affect Britney's situation moving forward. Have you watched it? I know you already know all about Britney, but like, what do you think this is going to do?
I did watch maybe like the first 10 or 15 minutes of it, Monsi. The T Tribe knows that I've been, I didn't even know that this was being made for a period of time, but before it had come out, I had been screaming to the T Tribe that I had seen these YouTube videos from a channel called Deep Dive where they literally, when I tell you, Monsi, like it is like 2.5 hours, the videos all together of just like information, the details of the conservatorship, like every line, like they break it down. So I was feeling like as I was watching those first 10 minutes, I was like, well, a lot of this, I kind of already know. I'm feeling like I know where they're going to go with this. I imagine they talked about Diane Sawyer, her interviews back in the day, girl. I imagine they did that. Like, you know what I mean? It becomes a little bit, okay? It becomes a little bit predictable at one point. But I am glad that this particular documentary was created because it's the one that everyone watched and it's the one that everyone saw. So if it's a more condensed and concise version of everything I already knew, then this is what we needed. Britney put out a video about the Super Bowl, Monty. I don't know if you saw it, but she had said a whole bunch of stuff. And then at the very, 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 very end of the video, she said something like, I love sharing. And at it was like half a second. That part of the video is leading me to believe, and this is a huge speculation, not confirmation. I'm letting y'all into my heart. I'm opening up to y'all. It's making me feel as though Britney is saying, like, it's better for the world to think that something is really wrong with me so that we can figure this out behind the scenes, get out of the conservatorship and be free. If y'all have seen the Wendy Williams movie, and it's fine if you haven't, Wendy kind of like explains, maybe it was in the documentary, she explains that like in order for her to get out of her marriage with Kevin, she kind of had to let everyone like freak out about her and let them think that she was like a drug addict and that, you know, she was going through all this stuff. And in the end, she wound up being on top again, meaning Wendy. So I'm hoping that Britney was sending us a secret message at the end of that video, because she did used to do that once upon a time ago with the fans. A lot of coded messages. And I hope that we do get to see her free and with Sam, because he's been taking care of her all this time.
Listen, I hope you're right. I hope you're onto something, because watching her is so heartbreaking. Even when she was on the X Factor, it is a different person. Even on the X Factor, she was like a different Britney than what we grew up loving, the Princess of Pop, but she is not what she is today. And you're right, Courtney, this documentary, if you have been following her, it doesn't tell you anything new. They just put it together for you to see it in a nice, story, let's say. But like, it really, because you and I think, have like researched for a year and gone down a rabbit hole where we kind of grab all these stories and are putting it together. They're putting it together for you instead of you being like kind of all over the place. So I totally recommend it. The only thing that shocked me is I really didn't know how much ridicule she had in the world. There was an episode of Family Feud where the topic was, what has Britney Spears lost? And they say her sanity, her marriage. That was a thing on Family Feud. I didn't know that. Are you kidding me? We literally did this to this woman? I didn't know that. But everything else, you're right. You already know. Dude, like, watching just that Family Feud clip in that thing made me sick to my stomach. Like, this was a joke to so many people. That interview with Diane Sawyer, the interview with Matt Lauer. Matt Lauer, you need to sit down. I'm surprised I actually showed him in this documentary, in that interview, because you have nothing to say. Sit down. But, like, the way they treated her, y'all, like, this would not fly today. This would not fly. You cannot yell at a kid at soccer practice anymore.
No, you can't, because they will be calling CPS. I just wanted to say really quick before we go, it's scary to think that I was watching one of the deep dive videos and to see Britney be swarmed at a tattoo shop that is around the corner from my home is mind-blowing to me. To think of what it looks like now, and to think of the swarms of people, the cars, the camera flashes, and I'm just like, that was too much for any one person to handle. So I really want to just say I commend Britney for hanging on this long. And shout out to her, and I can't wait to see her Whether we get music again or not, I just want the girl to be happy at this point, girl. Give us some extra B-sides once you're free so that the money could go to you. The documentary is on Hulu, y'all. Sorry.
Documentary is on Hulu. It's one episode, about an hour and 20 minutes. Definitely check it out. This is such an infuriating conversation. Courtney and I could go on for hours, but unfortunately, that is not what we're supposed to do. So we're going to wrap up. Please leave your thoughts below. After Sippers, join us also in the conversation. We so appreciate you guys being here. Courtney, we love you. Everyone loves you. But anyone who is just catching you for the first time, where can they find you?
If you want more of me after the tea, I'm all over the social media, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok. I have my own podcast and my own individual YouTube channel. Just take my name right there, type it up top. It all comes up. Subscribe or something. Where can they find you? Monsi.
You guys can find me across social media at Monty Bolaños. You can see my name. You guys make sure you like and share this video so your friends chime in on the conversation. There was so much good tea today. We appreciate you guys joining us. You know, here at Hollyscoop, Courtney will have this spill every day along with Alex Schiffman, who will be back next week. You'll have Gabrielle Bailenson later this week joining Courtney. Myself and Amy Cassandra Martinez will be bringing you daily clips, so make sure you check back into the channel. We appreciate you all so much. Enjoy the rest of your Tequila Tuesday. And Courtney, send us off.
Hey, before I go, I do want to say shout out to you, Monty and Amy Cassandra, for all of the hard work that y'all do on the Celebrity News Bites. They do it by themselves, y'all. So please go and show all of those solo videos likes and say you're from the T Tribe so we know. Anyway, sorry, y'all. Now it's time to wash your hands, Leo. You better wash your hands, it's intimate. You better wash your hands, it's intimate. Wash your hands, it's intimate. You better wash your hands. Scrub your hands.